Plaintiff Robert Carney says he and the defendant used to be good friends until he accused Robert of trying to hook up with his girlfriend, which Robert insists is a complete lie. Robert is suing for unpaid loans. Defendant Ian Sullivan insists Robert did try to hook up with his girlfriend, who was with Ian in court today. Ian claims he's tried to help Robert get women, especially since he heard Robert is a virgin, and he believes all the money from Robert was a gift.
All right, tell me what happened.
All right, well, Your Honor, the reason we're here today is because Ian Sullivan is accusing me of trying to hook up with his girlfriend.
You definitely did, or you tried to.
No, I did not. I definitely did not.
Tell me what went on.
Pretty much, like, he's a big party animal. He does a lot of drinking. He's a big
Also,
temper.
You don't?
True.
It's true. It's
You
true.
don't?
Your Honor. I did with him, but not as much as he did. He's just only having fun. He's not like trying to do anything with his life.
Okay.
That's
He
what I'm trying to
drinks
say.
and has a ball all the time, and you drink, but you take care of your business.
Right. I don't let it get in the way of anything that I need to do.
Good.
And I did a lot of stuff for him. I let him stay at my house. I let him, like when his mom kicked it out, he didn't have anywhere else to go. I let him stay at my house. I bailed him out
When
of jail.
was that? What year?
That was actually last year.
Okay.
And about
Why did
that.
his mother kick him out?
Well, he was doing a lot of things, like in the fight with his brother. He wasn't keeping a job, and he wasn't helping out around the house and doing this. He was pretty much just getting in trouble with the law and everything, fighting with his girlfriend all
Let
the
me
time.
allow him, before we get to the loans, to make his comments, sir.
I do have plans to go to school. It's just a money issue right now. Like, I can't afford
What
to
does
go to
that
school.
mean, money issue?
Well, I missed the cutoff date for financial aid.
Oh, okay. So that was your fault there.
Right. That was my
because
fault.
you didn't have the money. It's because you didn't apply in time.
Right.
All right. What is your other excuses? Got any other excuses about working, maybe? Do you work?
No, I was laid off.
He also had a job at Waltz, which he couldn't keep because he wouldn't set up for rides till the last minute. He didn't
That's
want to
not
walk
true
to
at all.
work. And he eventually got fired from there because he couldn't make it to work.
That's a lie right there.
Oh,
I would schedule rides, but they wouldn't be reliable.
Somebody else's fault again.
No, well, it's not anybody else's fault.
You just said it's because they weren't reliable.
Well, I didn't
That's
have
putting
any,
fault somewhere
I didn't have
else.
any
The
other
school
way to
wouldn't
get
give
to
you your
work.
money, so it's their fault you're not in school. Your friends wouldn't give you a ride, and therefore it's their fault that you're not working. Anybody else fault for your situation?
No,
All right. Why'd your mom put you out, if at all?
because me and my younger brother got into an argument. We butt heads on several things.
Whose fault was it? Watch this.
It was my fault.
Oh, okay. You finally taking the blame for something. All right. Yeah, all right.
It was my fault.
Good enough. Anything you want to tell me about this gentleman and before we get to the loans?
Well, like you said, we used to be really good friends, and he would help me out, and I would always have his back. And
That's not true, Your Honor. What did you have my back in?
he hasn't exactly been flourishing in the women department.
Your Honor, he didn't help me get any girls.
Well, you kind of set yourself up for failure.
How did you help him?
He's never had a girlfriend, so I would always
true, Your
invite
Honor.
girls
That's
over
not
to his
true, Your
house
Honor.
to party and, maybe hook up with them, but they never did because he's considered the creepy by most of our friends. They've said it on several occasions, and his brother even told me that he's a virgin. So
Yeah. He won't have many problems now. The women hear that, oh, he's a virgin. Anyhow. Let's get to the loans you're suing him about.
All right,
So you
well,
can hurry up and get out of here and get you a woman.
I would very much
I mean,
appreciate
I'm
that.
just telling you, they're gonna be lined up around the studio waiting
Right.
on you, man.
I would very much appreciate that.
Go ahead.
And then, but I'm suing him for a few things. The first off, the main thing is the loan that I gave him for his car when it got impounded in the bank.
Okay, how
And
much was that and
that's
when?
That's for $375, and that's September 24th. I got.
All right. When did he say he would repay you?
He said that he would pay me over time.
Has he given you anything?
Not giving me anything on it, sir.
All right. Anything else?
I also loaned him money for a train ticket back from SIU,
How much?
and that was for $38.
Okay. Sir?
Well, I never looked at it as a loan at all. It was merely a friend helping out a friend in need. It was.
Did you
it was
all
a gift.
discuss repayment?
No, we've never once
That's not true,
discussed
yeah.
about
Quiet, sir.
repayment.
This is
Not
the
at
first
all.
you've heard.
When I got the letter in the mail, I was shocked. I did not know what was going on. I was
And had he given you anything previously?
no,
He had never given you one thing previously.
not money.
Okay, so why would you think he would suddenly start giving you money?
Because at the time he was a really good friend.
All right. That's your explanation for why he would give you money? Because that's also an explanation as to why a person would loan money. I loan money to my good friends.
Right.
Right. And that's what he's saying he did for his good friend. But how am I to be convinced that it was a loan and not a gift?
All right, I have given him money. I lent him money. I bailed him out of jail before, and I put up the money.
Is that true?
Yes.
And
You
he
didn't
judged-
consider that
I
giving money? Remember I asked
didn't-
you about money?
Right. I'd forgotten about that.
Okay. All right. So it's likely that you probably forgot the conversation where he
No.
said, pay me back.
No, that's-
$455 is your judgment. Your memory seems
Thank
better
you,
than
Judge.
his.
Thank you.
Have a
Appreciate
good day.
Well, he confessed his love to my girlfriend behind my back, and he even started
That's
to
not
cry.
You cried.
You cried.
He started-
You ran into
He
the
started
room
to
and
cry.
slammed the door. No. Remember the time at the bar when you wrapped your legs around me and you were telling me, "I love you, Bobbert."
No.
Yeah, you browned out. Browned out. Okay, all right.
Okay.